Hey, y'all, I got a question for all the so-called gangsters, street dudes, high-ranking gang members, right? Goons, bullies, worldwide, nationwide, right? Whether you black, white, or Hispanic. Those of us who come from the hood, the ghetto. Those of us who come from poverty, even though our version of poverty is wealth compared to a third world country like Thailand or to a place like Africa. But the question is who are you outside of your neighborhood? Who are you outside of your gang or your family name that you choose to live for? If your family name is not a name that's known for not terrorizing your neighborhood. Who are you, right? If you wake up tomorrow and they strip away your gang title that you have, which would be, let's say if you're a blood and you're the five-star of whatever gang, whatever blood gang, whatever Crip gang, whoever. Who are you? Who are you if you wake up tomorrow, right? And for whatever reason, you gotta move to another place. Let's say maybe, I don't know, it's a tornado or something. Let's say O Block, right? Let's say a devastating tornado ravages through O Block tomorrow. And there's no more O Block. Mind you, by the way, I think I seen a news report that said O Block in Chicago has been bought off and sold. And it's going to be mowed down and turned into something different. Either it's going to be turned into a better place of living for some white folks somewhere, or it's going to be turned into some type of mall or a university, whatever, right? Gentrification, period. Now these men have to think about who they are once they leave this area. So if a tornado ravaged your block tonight and you had to move and you had to be relocated to Iowa or somewhere, Idaho or somewhere, who are you? It's important that us as men, we got to understand that us being from the hood and not having nothing, we are attached to a lot of superficial things that don't mean nothing. It really don't mean nothing outside of the place where you come from. And it really don't mean nothing to anyone outside the place you come from unless it's people who you run into that's from the place where you come from, or the ops from the place where you come from. But in all due reality, these places mean nothing. So I ask you again, who are you away from your gang title? Who are you outside of your block where you come from? Who are you? Because here's the thing, you could be blood, Crip, Latin King, whatever. You don't even own the rights, the copyright to the title that you claiming. It's so, in all due reality, you want it to be you, but it's not you. And these are the things that we kill for. These are the things that we fight for. These are the things that make us feel so good and so important. In all due reality, niggas is living in a matrix that they created for themselves. Or rather, if you didn't create it for yourself, you willingly choosing to live in it. And it's time that we expand our minds, you know what I'm saying? I'm raising sons, man, and they mothers don't think the way that I think. And if you're an intellectual man, especially intellectual black man, I'm sure you can agree that not all, but a lot of the women that you deal with, they don't think on an intellectual enough level to where you could trust that they're going to raise your sons a certain way. Especially me being somebody raising boys who I don't live with. At most, I have them for the summer. That's 2 months out of 10 months. The whole other 10 months, right? They mothers are free to indoctrinate them however they want to indoctrinate them. And that don't automatically mean that they're going to indoctrinate them the wrong way. But that means that they're not going to be indoctrinated the way that I would indoctrinate them, which I feel like could be better. Instead of being so concerned about our gang names and our gang titles and what streets we come from and killing each other over the streets that we come from, we got to be concerned with our real names. More importantly, not our first names, our last names. You know what I'm saying? I'd have way more friends. I'd have way more friends if a lot more black men or men, period, thought the way that I think. You know? But some men, they're afraid to be their own man without their gang. They're afraid to be their own man without these false identities that they live off of. You know what I'm saying? Picture the mind of somebody who's a certified shooter right in the hood, right? Picture the mind of them where they get this fame and notoriety, right? For shooting at their own people. And it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel special. Picture the mental turmoil that man has to go through when a lot of times they don't even want to be that person no more. But because they was raised a certain way and they lack certain information, it's going to be hard for that man to figure out a new identity. Because we don't have skills. We don't have skills. We don't know how to do nothing but this superficial shit. So I say that to say this. Men sharpen men, steel sharpen steel. When you're around your friends, you got to challenge their mind. You got to encourage your people. You got to encourage your people to think a different way. And if they show that they not receptive to that, then these people can't be your friends no more, man. I come from a place where up until a couple years ago, I had many friends. Many friends. But then when you get to a certain point and you mature and you realize that I need more than just associations. I need more than just people who smoke weed, drink, pop pills, and love to do hood rat shit. The many friends in double digits that I had has been decreased to a handful, if that. Because I can't be talking to nobody who don't have nothing beneficial, who don't got no brain food for me, who don't got nothing, I'm saying, important to say. I can't just be talking about who beefing with who over some drugs on the block that don't even make a stack a day. Who smashing who girl, and you know what I'm saying, all the riffraff, because best believe in the hood, the men gossip more than the women. But I'm in it with this. Figure out for yourself, man. Who are you when you strip away your identity of the hood? You got to find your own identity outside of the hood that you come from, outside of the gang that you rep. Peace.